It's day 19 of Vlogmas. It is Friday and it's the last weekend before Christmas, which is starting to feel very crazy. It is so gloomy today. We've had such strange weather the last few days. Yesterday, it was 8 degrees Celsius. It was so mild. I had the windows down in the car. All of the snow has melted. But I've been inside all day today, just cleaning and getting a little bit organized after skipping my cleaning last weekend. Glenn and I tackled the basement this morning. There was just a lot of stuff that we've been ignoring for a while. So we got that all sorted out, vacuumed the basement, cleaned the main floor. I have been folding basket after basket of laundry. It's almost 4 o'clock and now I am going to get things ready for my craft night tonight. I feel like I don't even know where to start, so I'm just gonna start pulling things out and setting up the table for our craft. I'm gonna do it in the kitchen. So I've covered the table with like a table pad and a tablecloth, but I also have a huge roll of brown paper in my studio. So I think I'm gonna cover the table with that as well because we are painting nutcrackers. I've got some bits and pieces to pull out to see what we can decorate them with. I've got lots of paints, but I might have ribbons and other things as well. I've got Posca paint pens. I need to find those. I just wanna set everything up on the table. And then after that, I'm gonna start getting some food organized. I am doing a hot appetizer kind of board. I've purchased most of those items, so I think that's going to be super easy to throw together. I'm just gonna put everything in the oven and then arrange it on a big board. I've got some munchies to put out. I've got a whole bunch of cheese and crackers and maybe some salami that I'm gonna put on another board. One of my sisters and her daughter are bringing drinks and a couple of other munchies. I'm not quite sure what my younger sister's bringing just yet, but we're gonna make it wonderful. I have lots to sort of finish up so that I can just relax and enjoy my night. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to all of us wearing our Christmas pajamas, sitting at the table, painting nutcrackers and munching on yummy finger foods all night long. I also have a lemon panettone that I'm gonna take out. I've got some cookies, and that was another thing. I think I'm actually going to bake a batch of cookies next. I don't give out cookies at Christmas, and so I really like my routine with baking for Christmas. There are 2 cookies that I always make, the chewy chocolate gingerbread cookies, which I think I'm going to do this weekend. And then the other one that I always make is the toffee or score shortbread. I think I'm going to make that right now. And so if I get that done, we can have some tonight, but then my first cookie will be baked. I will do the chewy chocolate gingerbread this weekend. And then I have a few days to just pick 1 or 2 other things that I can make throughout the week. I've got a little bit of shopping and a little bit of baking to do next week. And I think this is going to be the perfect setup. Getting the 2 must-have cookies done first. And then whatever I can squeeze in from now until Christmas Eve, I will do. I really like to try something different now and then, but I do kind of want to make a cookie I've made a few times before. the white chocolate chip and cranberry cookies from Nigella Lawson. I love those. I feel like those would be really nice to have this year, and I kind of want to do a fudge or a bar. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I think I might bake a cake from Dory's Anytime cake book that I got this last couple of weeks. I think I might bake something from that book for Boxing Day and then just have that after Christmas. We're not huge dessert people on Christmas because there's always so many cookies, so many chocolates, but I do want to find one thing I can make for our Christmas Day dessert. But I think I'll sit down with some of my cookbooks and my list, like my pad of paper, and make that list and my final baking plans over the weekend. I think right now I'm gonna start those toffee shortbreads and just kind of start pulling out some crafting supplies, get this table going. I'll see who I can recruit to help me out, but I think I've got it covered. I'm just gonna start. I've only got a couple of hours left, so I better get moving.
that yours? What's up, Cindy's? Adding to her vlog. Hello. Say hi to the Lakesiders.
Hello, it's day 20 of Vlogmas. It's Saturday. I've had the slowest start to my day. It's just after 1 o'clock. I just finished getting ready and out of my pajamas, but I had a really nice, relaxing morning with knitting and a few Vlogmases that I had to catch up on. And it was really nice because yesterday was very busy. I spent most of the day just catching up on my house cleaning and laundry and all those fun things, and preparing for our Friday night gathering. I had my sisters and their families over. All of the girls wore matching pajamas. We did a Christmas craft. We painted nutcrackers. We had a great time. All the boys were invited too. Some of them came. Glenn and James actually wore pajama pants, but they were the only guys that did that. But we just had a really nice time. I'm very lucky. One of my sisters lives on my street and the other one lives on the next street over. So it was really nice to come together at the end of a busy week and eat some yummy food, have some treats, and be silly and paint a nutcracker. This is mine. I think he's pretty cute. They all turned out beautifully. One of my nieces didn't finish hers, but I know she will, and I can't wait to see it. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, but it was a lot of fun. I would definitely do another Christmas craft night next year. I did forget to take a picture of all of us in our pajamas, but we're gonna wear them again on Christmas Eve. After dinner, we're gonna change into our PJs again and have a cozy Christmas Eve together, and I'm gonna try to get a picture then. I also am not sure if I got a lot of footage. I tried, but it was kind of difficult when I kept wanting to pick up a paintbrush, and it took a long time actually, just to let certain layers dry and figure out what I wanted to paint with or use, but I had a lot of fun. So our Friday night craft night was a success. I was exhausted this morning and I really didn't have much to clean up after the fact. It's such a blessing having two sisters because it was getting late. I turned around and I saw both of them in the kitchen cleaning up everything. And by the time everyone left, there was hardly anything left to do. This morning, I just had like 3 platters to wash because I couldn't fit them in the dishwasher, but the house is tidy. I am going to continue having a very quiet day today. I think I'm actually gonna go in the studio, do a bit of a tidy up because the last few days in there, I've been shipping or wrapping and just kind of making a general mess. And so I'd like to tidy it up so that if there's anything I want to do for fun in there in the next few days in stolen moments, plus it's a great place to wrap presents, I would just like to get my big table kind of tidied, organized. And I really want to go in there and just get in my creative corner with some of my journals, keep preparing those for the new year. I'm getting very excited about getting back into that routine again. So today, that's what I think I'm going to do. I was hoping to prepare the cookie dough for the chewy chocolate gingerbread cookies that I make every year. It's on the cover of a Martha Stewart cookie cookbook, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it today or not. I'm just feeling like I don't want to make a mess again. I might do it tonight and put it in the fridge overnight, bake them in the morning. If I don't feel like it, I can whip together the dough early in the morning, give it a few hours in the fridge, and then bake them in the afternoon. My goal is to have those baked this weekend, but I feel like today is just a day for rest. I don't have to make dinner. We are going out for Camden's birthday dinner, finally. He had waited for James to come home, but then with everyone not feeling good, especially Camden, he wanted to wait. So tonight we're going out to eat. I'm going to come home. Maybe I'll make cookie dough. Maybe I won't. But I'm definitely going to relax. There may be some more knitting involved. I've been realizing, I think I've made this observation before, but I don't think I'm a nighttime knitter. Sometimes I have the energy to, but I'm much more of a morning knitter, which is why I need to get up a little bit early so that I have a nice amount of time in the morning to kind of ease into my day. This morning, I did quite a bit on my habitation throw. I finished the second color. I left a little bit, I could have continued a little bit more, but I kind of wanted to move on to this next color in between eyelet rows. And I'm also at the beginning where this is going to be a really wide chunk. And I know as I progress and the rows get longer and longer, each color will be more narrow. And so I just thought it was a good time. It just looked right to me to switch to color 3 or day 3, which is this beautiful taupey brown. It has a lot of variation in the color, which is beautiful. And it's hard to see it here, but I think you can. I think it's so pretty. I'm really enjoying this. And I'd like to continue with some knitting this afternoon. So I'm going to clean up the studio, maybe have a little bit of knitting time before we go to dinner. I don't have to worry about cooking. I did also want to mention that I pulled out my Simple Abundance book this morning. Someone had asked me if I'm still reading this, but this is a book that I have read for years, so I don't read it every day. Just whenever the mood strikes me, whenever I feel like it, I will pick it up. I keep it in my little corner here where I sit in the morning and I knit with my coffee. Sometimes I'll pick it up. I will look at the date and kind of what the topic is or the theme. And sometimes I will reread it. Sometimes I don't. But today I picked it up, December 20th. and it's about the winter solstice. So I really enjoyed this entry and I read it, and I kind of had a little quick peek at tomorrow's as well, the seasonal soul craft, which I also really like. I feel like I'm in this phase where I think I shift from all of the busyness that happens in December, especially filming vlogmas and shop updates and all the sewing that I did at the beginning of the month. You kind of get to a time where you can make some lists, you can run around and do a few things, but you really just want to ease into the season and winter, and I'm starting to get there. So I'm planning out the few things that I'd like to get done, but I'm also really ready for this hibernation mode that comes with the holidays for me. We have quiet celebrations with just immediate family. It's all super casual and comfortable. We're all super close, so it's just really nice to hang out. And after Christmas, we just love staying cozy, being at home, enjoying all of the treats from Christmas, all of the sweet treats and things. And leftovers. We are a big leftover family. And so I'm really looking forward to kind of shifting gears from busy December mode into like winter holiday mode. So that's where I'm at today. I'm gonna go clean up my studio. I might even put a timer on so I'm not in there for too long. I just want to get it a little bit tidy and more inviting to kind of go in there this week. There were a couple of little things I'd hoped to do. I don't know if there will be time to do some sewing for fun, but we'll see where the next few days take me. But for now, I'm gonna find a little spot for my nutcracker. I think he's so cute. I had him on my windowsill in the kitchen and he looked very cute there. I do want to paint the base. I didn't because I kept holding the base to paint it, but I think I might do that today or tomorrow as well, and then he is done. And I do have a spare one that they left with me, and I might paint it for James. I have an idea, but I'm not sure if I have the right paint color. We will see. If I do that, I'll share that as well. walks around.